For as much as Toronto Maple Leafs and Vancouver Canucks fans love to hate each other, I think, at this time, it's only appropriate for us to hold hands and wish together that our favorite players on our favorite teams get better at some point, man. Goodness gracious, this is a lot. This is too much, and I don't know how to react to it. Today we're talking about injuries and the situation that has been bestowed upon these teams. Because when it comes to the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs, there have been some absolute disastrous updates that I wanted to dive into here in this YouTube video. So, let's just kind of give the tale of the tape here. Both Vancouver and Toronto played hockey games yesterday. Vancouver, they ended up losing against the Winnipeg Jets. The Maple Leafs ended up losing against the Boston Bruins. What else is new? Am I right? But I guess because the Maple Leafs and Bruins game happened earlier in yesterday's schedule, we can talk about what happened there first. Anthony Stolarz and Auston Matthews both got injured. That's it. Straight up, it's a terrible piece of news, but really, when you think about it, I mean, Stolarz has been really inconsistent and not his best this year after receiving that contract extension, so, hey, it's not like the Maple Leafs goaltending situation can get any worse, can it? Okay, you might be wondering what happened. Okay, well, Anthony Stolarz just didn't show up for the second period. Literally. After allowing 3 goals on 10 shots in the first period of yesterday's Leafs and Bruins game, he just wasn't on the bench to start out the second, and it was ruled out that he'll be out for the game. Now, Craig Berube, once everything was said and done, he did say that Stolarz is probably going to be fine, doesn't believe the injury is that serious. Okay, we can keep that in the back of our minds as things go along. But just to illustrate how badly things have been going for Stolarz, this is Steven Valiquette's goaltender quality starts chart through 19 games. Stolarz, throughout the course of his 13 games played, has only gotten 4 positive quality games. There were a number of games where he was great, average, stole the win, but ultimately he has had 5 bad games, 2 blowout games, and even 1 game where he was bailed out by the rest of the Maple Leafs. Stolarz has not been good. And Dennis Hildeby, he's come in, he's been average. Caden Primo has not been good either. So this situation in Toronto with goaltending is a lot more fragile than it was last year. Last year, Wall and Stolarz were amazing. They were so strong together, and it was one of the best tandems, if not the best tandem, in the entire National Hockey League. We are not seeing that this year. Now, sticking with top-tier Toronto Maple Leafs players, you also had Auston Matthews, who ended up getting hurt off of a Nikita Zadorov hit. And when I say that, I mean Nikita Zadorov hit Matthews, and then Auston Matthews hit Zadorov back. That is what sent him to the room. Or at least, that's what we thought. Berube spoke after the game yesterday about the Matthews injury, saying, "I don't know exactly. I can't give you a timeline or tell you how serious the Matthews injury is right now. I'm not sure when he heard it, to be honest with you." And so from this, a lot of folks are going out there and asking, okay, well, is this re-aggravating the thing that he already had, or was it strictly from that Zadorov hit? What exactly is going on here with Auston Matthews? I mean, we all understand that he is not the same guy that he was a few years ago. He was close to 70, 69 goals on a year. He was so amazing. He was shooting everything. But that lethality, that extroverted, opportunistic player that existed is not really the same guy that exists today. And that's not really anybody's fault, but he has gotten hurt a bunch, and he has had many things happen to his body over the past few years. I mean, Auston Matthews ain't the same as he was in that 69-goal season, but now you gotta wonder, what's the situation here? Did he re-aggravate something that he had already, or is he gonna be available for the next little while? Is he not gonna be available? I know a lot of Leafs fans are panicking about the Auston Matthews health situation. They're kind of having similar conversations over there as they are to Vancouver. Hey, this team, they're not winning games, the system is not working, Derek Lalonde's systems are not working, and now Auston Matthews could be injured? Just shut the season down. And that's a very interesting way that Maple Leafs fans are responding to this year. I think for Vancouver fans over here on the West Coast, some of us could be saying similar things as Frank Saravalli went out there and posted this in the morning. Here's some relatively positive news for the Vancouver Canucks on Thatcher Demko. Early indication is that Demko is expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with a minor injury. It's unrelated to the previous knee injury and unrelated to why Demko took maintenance days last week. So there you go. Relatively positive news for the Vancouver Canucks that Thatcher Demko, the team's $8.5 million AAV franchise goalie, is injured yet again with something else for 2 to 3 weeks. We all know 2 to 3 weeks, you know what that means? That means 2 to 3 months in Vancouver time. Heck, Derek Forbort was day-to-day, and now he's out for months. Demko could be out 2 to 3 seasons. This is a terrible situation for the Vancouver Canucks, and it's compounded on because there have been so many things that have already happened to both the player and the team in terms of all the injuries that have struck Vancouver in the nerve at this point of the season. You take a look at all the man games missed in this franchise. You look at Thatcher Demko missing out on so much time already in the past. You talk about him not being available. You talk about him getting various levels of injuries over the years. Is that his fault? No, of course not. It's not his fault that he is made of glass and he's always getting hurt. But then again, you think about it, it's like, Vancouver really did commit this level of resources to a guy that always had these issues, that was never able to be a fully healthy hockey player. Yes, it is true, when Demko is on, he is one of the best on the planet. I'll still believe that, I'll still stand by that. Demko is very, very talented. But at what point do you say, man, this guy is just not available as much as he needs to be in order to be an effective $8.5 million caliber starting goaltender in the National Hockey League? Man, I don't know if I'm frustrated or sad or more just angry. I don't know. It's weird. We all know that Demko's talented, but at this point, he's out again. 2 to 3 weeks. That could very well be 2 to 3 months. So, Vancouver Canucks fans, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about Thatcher Demko getting hurt and being placed in this precarious situation yet again? Unrelated injury to the maintenance days that he took, unrelated to the knee injuries of his past. Obviously, it's not poplitis. That'd be really bad if that came up again. But if there's any goaltender in the National Hockey League for this to happen to again, hey, it's Thatcher Demko. And I'm cynically talking about it because I'm in disbelief as to how this could happen again. But with that in mind, Canucks fans, Leafs fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about your team's injuries and what's going on with them at the moment. I hope you enjoyed this video. Actually, no, I hope you did not enjoy this video. And bye.